Good morning. My name is Dr. Hillel Mazansky, and I specialize in medical hypnosis, guided meditation, nutrition, and exercise. My mantra being how to live a longer, happier, healthier life. My website www.gianinc.com. Today I am going to discuss drug abuse, the drugs both being of the prescription variety as well as those from the street. The incidence in the United States of drug abuse is increasing daily. It is not only amongst the younger crowd of our people who smoke cigarettes, smoke marijuana, take cocaine, heroin, snow, glue, whatever they call it. But it is also amongst the older age group who are particularly addicted to prescription drugs. Those that become addicted usually have chronic pain at the onset of their receiving pain medication or analgesics, sleeping medication, hypnotics, and then the stronger medication called narcotics, those being Vicodin, Percodan, morphine, and others. With chronic pain, there is also a psychological element to the pain, and oftentimes there's a vicious cycle that develops. Depression, chronic pain, the depression gets worse, the chronic pain gets worse, and more drugs are being prescribed by physicians. Drug abuse is pantheon amongst everyone, every profession, every member of society can abuse drugs. Of all the professions, it is the physicians, funnily enough, that abuse drugs the most. And the reason being is that they are able to get their hands on the drug so easily, using surreptitious means and writing prescriptions. I remember way back in the 90s, 4 of my colleagues, at different stages of course, had to be admitted to the hospital and to a treatment center for treatment of their drug abuse. They, like anybody else, can be stressed, and oftentimes with stress, one resorts to taking drugs. If one is unable to get prescription drugs, which are far cheaper in the long run, people resort to the street drugs. Then they begin mixing the drugs with the alcohol, and their life spirals down and down and down until sometimes suicide or death takes place. Physicians lose their licenses, they lose their finances, they lose their family, all because of drug addiction. Having spoken once to a doctor of psychology who specializes in the treatment of drug abuse in the jails, I asked him, is there such a thing as an addictive personality? To which his answer was in the negative. One does not possess an addictive personality. Anybody and everybody, he says, can be addicted. I appeal to the parents. If you should notice that your children are acting in a manner unbecoming or are acting in a different manner, please take them to the emergency room and let them be tested for drugs. Physicians' offices aren't really equipped to do the various tests. One can test the blood, the urine, the saliva, the hair, and the nails, all depending on which drug is suspect. Modern science has now developed a breath test where one can breathe into a small machine which analyzes certain drugs. There are also those gadgets that are worn around the ankle, similarly those that are used for criminals once they are released from jail. There is that type of instrument that can also be strapped to the ankle of a drug sufferer or a drug addict, and it will immediately alert the authorities that drugs have been taken. Oftentimes, it is extremely difficult to treat drug-addicted people. There's a term in the medical literature called tachyphylaxis. When one takes a drug, the effect lasts for a while, and then it has no effect at all. That is called tachyphylaxis. Patients then go to the physicians who prescribe stronger and stronger and stronger medications, only for the same thing to develop. Alcohol is then added, and oftentimes when they don't develop the high that they require, professionals resort to street drugs. This is a national and international problem. The drugs being imported from countries that surround us, and those drugs are being sold to our kids, some of whom are taking street drugs aged 8 and 10. And believe me, all the authorities, the government, and everyone is trying. Unfortunately, it's a losing battle. We assist those who are addicted to cigarette smoke for smoking cessation, and using more or less the same techniques. Medical hypnosis can oftentimes be of great benefit to drug abusers, inasmuch as when they are under deep hypnosis, we delve into the subconscious mind and try and evaluate the cause of the drug abuse. Oftentimes, a severely traumatic incident in childhood is the cause. The patients sometimes are aware of this, oftentimes are unaware. And the reason for the drug abuse is developed, and we find out the exact cause when the patient is deeply hypnotized and we delve into the subconscious mind. Once the exact cause of the addiction is discovered, it is then far easier, with intensive counseling, nutrition, and exercise, to be able to embark on a recovery process. For further information, you can contact us or visit our website at www.gianinc.com. Telephonic consultations are now available. Thank you.